Good morning, hello, and welcome to our fourth episode of our Workflows webinar series. This week's focus is on our litigation workflows. My colleague and one of Osprey's case management developers, Alex, will take you through the what, whys, and hows of workflows, looking at how implementing the time-saving automations can help ease the pressures of your workload, improve productivity, and help create efficient and streamlined processes that benefit you, your firm, and your clients. Before I hand over to Alex, I just want to let you know that the Q&A feature is open at the bottom of your Zoom screen. If you have any questions, please post them there and we'll try to get around to them at the end of the webinar. If we don't have time, one of our support teams will get back to you. So without any further delay, I'll hand over to Alex to get started.
Lovely, thank you, Amy. So yes, we're going to be looking at litigation today, and the litigation workflow has been designed to complement your litigation work by providing an easy method of storing data against a matter. So we know how broad an area it is. We know that there are lots of different rules and regulations covering the different types of applications. So we've designed this to complement the work that you do and to enable you to store data quickly and easily. And in general, the purpose of workflows is to increase profitability by saving you time using automated and efficient processes. So in turn, you increase your productivity and you're able to manage your time effectively. So what are workflows? Workflows are designed to take you through a whole matter. They break it down into specific tasks and actions. So for example, you can have a file opening task together with a file closing task and everything in between. And we know that doesn't fully apply to litigation because there are lots of steps in between that, but it does help you in terms of entering data and keeping track of things. So an action within the task could be to run a questionnaire to capture data, or to run the letter template, which pulls data through automatically. And you can also record important dates against the matter. So in conjunction with the client web portal and deal room, workflows can be web enabled. And the web portal is a convenient and secure way to share documents and updates on the case with clients and third parties. So something that's used throughout all our workflows and questionnaires, which will allow you to enter data against the matter, is this type of questionnaire that you see here. So with litigation being such a broad area, we've created a set of questionnaires for completion at the outset and during a transaction, and it will enable you to save party details, court, counsel, an expert, and so on. So you can run these questionnaires at the start and during a transaction, and you can save the details against the matter. And of course, if you need to edit anything in the future, another party joins, say, you can do that. You can go back and run these questionnaires at any point. So having filled out those questionnaires, you can save details against the matter, obviously, and you're now able to use them to run blank letter templates. So as I said, we've collected data for counsel, court, parties, solicitors, and so on, experts. There's a set of blank letter templates to complement that information. So they're designed to make writing to all those parties much quicker and easier because it will pull through all the names and addresses here. And we've given you an example of your client, but of course those letters are available for the other parties that are involved in the transaction. What we've also done is included forms to assist you in preparing a Part 7 and a Part 8 application, and these can be run through the workflow. So there is a separate task simply for making your application. This is going to save you time in drafting because the parties' details will automatically pull through from those questionnaires you completed. It of course means that there's less chance of errors because you won't have to copy type any data into the forms, and ordinarily you would have to do that. So as I said, we've created that as a separate task. We also have an additional task, and that's in the workflow for instructing counsel. So that comprises a brief to counsel and a letter for including the bundle. So using key dates, that allows you to create reminders and diary entries for you and also your clients. So publishing dates to the web portal for your client to see, that's something that you can do. So you would want here, for example, your final hearing to be published and your respondent statement and your client statement here. But you would want your prepare bundle for hearing to be an internal date only. And of course, you can just retain them within Osprey without publishing them to the portal. So that's something that only you would be able to see. And of course, another function of Osprey is that key dates can link up with your Outlook calendar if you have a Microsoft 365 account. So you can have them published not only in Osprey, but also in your Outlook calendar. So it's really nice and easy for you to see what's coming up and when. So the web portal and the deal room. coming on to that, then you can use the web portals to securely send documents and updates to clients and of course third parties as well. So as I mentioned with key dates, as much or as little can be sent to the web portals you like, but it is a convenient way for clients to manage and view documents and to keep track of the progress of their case. All the workflow documents are web enabled as standard. And what that means is that they can easily be published to the web portal if you like. So it's a very quick case of right click, upload to portal, and that's then available for your client to see. You can also use it to send documents to third parties and receive them too. So it'd be a really good way of sharing and receiving documents with experts on the other side. Of course, you're probably dealing with lots of sensitive data. You could get your expert to upload their report, as I've highlighted here in the screenshot. They can upload their report and you can then share it with additional parties. It's also a really nice way of sharing your bundle, and I'll come on to how to create a bundle next. So within the app, you can use it to assist you with creating bundles. And you'll notice now on the left-hand sidebar of your app that we've now got a case bundles option. And that allows you to add the bundle against the client you're working on. That is only app specific, so you won't see that in the browser. We'd encourage you to switch to the app so that you can benefit from that. And once you've added the bundle to your matter, you can access the matter history to select documents to add to it. So you can create folders. As you can see here, we've got a folder structure down the left-hand side, preliminary documents and so on, just as you would in the physical bundle. And as you add documents into it, you'll give them a process date, and that will be the date that the order was granted or the statement was signed and so on. That just means that your documents will be in the correct order for you when you download the bundle. Once you've added the documents that you need, all you need to do is click on that download bundle button and the PDF version will be created. Within the PDF, it will link to each section and it will also link to each individual document down the left-hand sidebar if you're, say, opening it in Adobe. And it will also be fully paginated for you according to your bundle section, so you don't need to worry about adding page numbers and so on. So everything is fully completed, the index is all done for you, it's all ready to go. You don't need to do anything after you've downloaded it. And as I mentioned before, you could publish that into the web portal and you can share that with counsel, the other side, and so on. So in terms of the customization of workflows, we all know we've created something that can hopefully apply to every type of litigation, assisting you with saving those client details and so on. But it's important to mention that it's also possible to add, edit and remove any of the actions within the workflows so they meet your requirements. Our support team are always available to give free remote training sessions, and they can show you how to use and how to edit workflows. So for any staff that haven't used them or are unsure how they work, we can give you in-depth training on that one-to-one through our support team. We've also got our support portal. If you haven't looked at that, I'd encourage you to. That shows a collection of written guides, but it also shows the workflows themselves. So you can have a look at what we call the workflow packs. That shows you all the stages within the workflow set out individually, and it also gives you a copy of all of the documents and forms that are included. So something that is a relatively new function for Osprey is the sync tool. And the purpose of it is to allow us to push updates to workflows to our clients without overwriting any changes they've made themselves. So if we update any templates or forms and you've added your own templates, they won't be lost. Something that we appreciate most firms want to use and use their own version of is the client care letter. So if you've customized the client care letter to include your own details, that will be saved. And we're currently the only legal software provider who's able to do this. And also, just in terms of how we create new workflows and keep things up to date, we've got a team of people who are constantly working on them just so that we can maintain them. And if you'd like to have them imported, it's really simple. You can speak to the support team. If you want more information, they can give you a demonstration of the workflow in more detail. And it's a really quick and simple process of getting it updated and imported into your website. They usually run the imports overnight, so it's just pretty much the click of a button and it's there and ready for you to use. So that was nice and short. I'll pass back over to Amy for any questions that we've received.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks for that, Alex. We do have a couple just before we go. Someone has asked, I've got my own templates I'd like to add in. Is it possible to do that?
Yes, so as I said, you can customize the workflow in terms of the actions and so on. You can absolutely customize templates. You can add and edit anything that's there. And of course, our support team would be more than happy to help you with that, and they can show you how to do it or assist you in doing it.
Perfect. And we've also had a question that says they've got a LexisNexis subscription. Can I use it within the workflow?
Yes, there is a function for running a LexisNexis document through the workflow. So yes, of course, you can use Lexis with the workflows. And again, it's really quick and simple to add those documents in, link them to the work type. So something else our support team would be more than happy to help with.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Sounds super easy. So thank you very much for your presentation, and thank you very much for everybody for joining. I'd just like to mention again our workflow, our integration webinar series, is still running every Tuesday, and our next one is with Text Anywhere. And then our next workflow webinar on Thursday will be private client, I think.
It is, yes. So we'll be going through what we've got for probate, wills, and LPAs.
Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.